we want a different outcome, we can't wait for other people. Oftentimes, again, our ego's like, well, I'm not going to do it until they do. They're the ones who X, Y, Z. Right. So it's like, it's really easy to say, well, I'll change when they change. But then again, we're at the mercy of somebody else outside of us. We never powerfully create. We're always reacting to, right?
It's conditional.
Yeah, super conditional. And so it's like, if we want to create that outcome, we have to be willing to put our ego aside and say, I'm doing this for me. It's not for the other person.
Oh, hello. We're talking about my tits.
Most of the time.
Girl on girl on girl.
You would.
Like, stop picking up the fucking hot knife.
Fucking cares.
Right on track.
Ugh.
With a lot of money, I would do great fucking things.
But not in a good way.
Yikes.
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 Yikes. Where's the realness?
Yeah. Everything you want. Immaculate experience.
Back down.
You're getting like excited.
I do actually. Tequila.
Hello. Happy. What day is it today? Wednesday. Oh, I have no idea where I am in space and time these days. Welcome to your final mini training of the year. Oh, I'm at my dad's and the cats are going bananas. They're like, oh, somebody's home. This is exciting. So they are wild and ripping around. Uh-oh, Christine can't open her video or her sound. Oh, excellent. We're not even in Mercury retrograde anymore. Maybe leave and come back. Oh, there we go. There you go. You got it. You got it.
Hey.
Hi. Welcome. Yeah, I know. It's so festive here.
Holy smokes. I was like, did you green screen that? Because that's crazy.
And this is just like one room in the house. Like, Amanda, hi. Yeah, this is just one room in the house. Like the entire house is like this level. My dad loves Christmas. It's his favorite thing ever.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah, same. It's impossible to like not be in a good mood like with all of these decorations around. It's amazing.
Like, the best.
Yeah.
I can't handle it. Like, it literally looks green screen. It looks like you're in a Hallmark movie Christmas like scene. And I'm like, what is happening? I love this.
And it's just such perfect timing that we're obviously doing this holiday class today. And we've got a nice festive room to do it in.
I know. I feel like I need to change locations and get the Christmas tree behind me because I'm like, what? This is so. The fireplace. Okay, fine. Maybe I need to move over a little more so you can see that.
Oh, so good. So good. Well, shall we dive in? Because we've got the next 45-ish minutes and let's make good use of our time. So before we get into it, let's just do a quick little check. Like, how's everyone feeling? Put it in the chat. A word, a phrase. I'm sick. Oh no.
Come on. Oh, 'tis the season for clearing.
Yeah,
there's a lot of that
for sure.
There's a lot going around.
Yeah.
Going around. And even if you're on the replay, just asking yourself, like, how am I right now? How am I doing? Where am I at? We love to do these little check-ins, just a little temp check, see where you're at. Getting everything, let's see. Getting everything done one thing at a time. Yes, Amanda, love that. Love that. It's honestly moment by moment, little bite by little bite. It's like micro things ticking off the list. I find that really helps me with overwhelm. I can totally go into overwhelm with certain things when I'm like, oh my God, this. And it's like, what's the one task I need to complete right now? And just tickety tick that off. And yeah. So good. Yeah, you can just keep sharing in the chat if you have anything else you want to share, but we're gonna think I'm low-key prospering.
Oh, okay.
Low-key prospering. Okay, I'm loving this.
Love that.
Yeah,
I'm into that.
Typing them in, but we're super excited today. Obviously, 'tis the season for potential carnage for a lot of people. A lot of unspoken expectations or spoken expectations, a lot of potential drama, hot mess express train choo-choo. And, we know this very well ourselves. So we were playing around and being like, wouldn't it be fun to get people to see how powerful they are entering the new year. Oftentimes Christmas or the holidays is a time where I find a lot of people check out. It's kind of like, oh, I just want the holidays to be done. I'll just get through the holidays, you know, deal with the carnage and then start the new year. And then we're starting the new year almost like behind, you know, the 8 ball. We're trying to do damage control versus we're like, you know what, let's cross the finish line super strong this year. Like, what if every day counted? Like I said this the other day, I'm like, if you were given 6 months to live, how important would the next 2 weeks be for you? Right? Like taking that kind of stuff into consideration versus just like going into autopilot, because autopilot creates a lot of the same hot mess express over the holidays. And so we're going to talk today about how to set yourself up for a really powerful new year, how to set yourself for a really powerful holidays, and to really create a brand new outcome in your family unit. And nobody has to change. Like, that's a beautiful thing. Like, nobody else outside of you needs to do a thing differently, which is really cool, because then you get to see how powerful you are and you're the one who creates your outcomes. So
and also, like, if you're not spending time with family, like, I think there's this, like, the demographic of people who spend it with their family and it can be total carnage, and then you have the people who are alone during the holidays, and that can be like just as spicy on the emotional system and the nervous system. So regardless of which camp you're in, this is an invitation to powerfully create the experience that you want to be having, the one that is literally going to light you up like a Christmas tree from the inside out.
oh, love that little festive bit. That's so true. I mean, I did a little mini podcast episode last year. It was my first year of being in a divorced state. And so I did a little mini riff on Christmas Eve where I was like sitting there, door dashing sushi, wrapping gifts, and watching, like, binge watching like TV. And I was like, this is fucking weird, because you know, every year it's been like the kids and having, you know, lots of festive things on Christmas Eve. So it was like a really big adjustment. So even that is like, I think we're really setting you up, like Kelsey said, no matter what your circumstances are, no matter where you're at, this is just a really powerful way. This applies to all of it, which is really cool. So.
All right, well, let's dive in. Bano, where are we going? Lead us.
Where are we going? So I want you to think about what you have, like right now, we're December 18th, 10:10 or whatever in the morning, okay? Between now and New Year's, or, you know, that sort of holiday season, you likely have a exact idea of how that's going to go down. Would you say that's accurate? You can nod your head or give a little, yeah. Like, would you say that, like, you can kind of map out fairly accurately? You're like, if I show up this way and they show up this way, I'm kind of predictably going to get this outcome. Yeah. Okay. Get like some, I could do. So I want you to, if you have a piece of paper and a pen, I want you to write out what you expect to happen between now and New Year's.
Yeah, nothing changes.
If nothing changes, exactly. Like if you go in exactly the way you usually do, and you're, you know, whatever, anybody outside of you, if they show up the way that they do, right? And this, again, if you're not seeing any family, you can do it just for you. But it's like, if you're looking at like, what's the predictable outcome? Like if I was by myself, I'd be like, okay, I'll probably binge watch Netflix. I'll probably completely eat boxes of cookies, and, you know, and then I'll feel bloated, and then I'll have this conversation with myself about what's wrong with me. I'm such a loser. Oh, look, I'm sitting here on Christmas by myself, eating a box of cookies, sloshing eggnog, and probably drunk and hungover and feeling like a bag of dicks because I'm so full. And then I'm mad at myself. And then I'll be like, oh, I'll just get a gym membership in January. Oh, wait, I'm somebody who doesn't work out. Oh, look at me. That's me again. Oh, wow. And then like January 2nd hits and we're like, meh. So it's just,
love me.
what's wrong with me? Or, you know, you're like, okay, I'm flying into whatever, LA on, you know, next Sunday. And then Grandma Joe's gonna get off the plane and she'll be like, oh, wow, you packed on some weight, or, oh, wow, look at your face, you know, like whatever, you know, and, or she'll be yelling at your mom, and then Aunt Betty will be, you know, yelling at Grandpa Joe, whatever it is. It's just like, you kind of can figure out
The
dynamics based on past data. So I want you to just play and to write out, if nothing changes, how will my holidays go? Like, what kind of things will pop up? What's the little roadmap? have a little fun with this. And again, this is the lens of curiosity, humor, neutrality. Just playing with this a little bit. I always like to think of Christmas Vacation, that movie, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So classic. How everyone's just like barking at each other, and Clark's like, yeah, I know, I want everyone to come over. And then he's like hiding out and, you know, like avoiding everybody and fighting about bleaching upper lips and all the things. I mean, it's comical. Accusing your mother of bleaching her or waxing her, whatever that scene was. It's so good.
Oh, that would be your frame of reference.
Like, Clark, you have really high expectations. It's like, when? Birthday, celebrations, anniversaries. So, okay. So just playing with that a little bit. Okay, and if you're feeling brave, I would love for you to type in just a little whisper of like what you can imagine.
One thing.
One thing, like one thing that you feel like will unfold should nothing change. Like if you go in again, exactly the same, the people around you go in the same, or if there's no people around you, just kind of like a little like calling ourselves out, calling ourselves forward, just a little like invitation to be like, okay, this is likely what will go down. We want to know what kind of things. I mean, we have seen a lot of stuff. We were both coaches, so we see lots of stuff, lots and lots of.
And
Yeah.
we're also human. And I mean, I come from a very dramatic family. So, and Christmas is like peak drama. They like literally bottle it and like save it all for Christmas. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
It's the trauma that just keeps on giving all year round.
For real. It's, quite phenomenal, actually.
Oh no, Becca, that's too bad. 10 minutes, get the link working. Well, Becca, we're just doing a little, not call out, we're just looking at our roadmap. So as we enter the holidays, we can probably have a really good idea predictably what the outcome will be if we don't change. And if, let's say, our family doesn't change, or if we're not seeing family, it's like if we kind of do the same thing. I was joking about if I'm by myself, I could be Netflix binging and getting drunk off eggnog by myself, and then eating cookies, and then like crying about how fat I am in the new year, but then not going to the gym. So it's just like, or whatever it is. So it's just playing around. Or if you are seeing family, it's like predictably what's
the dance?
What's the dance that you're going to do? Okay. Various patterns of people getting frosty with each other while others try to smooth things out. Press drama rather than all out drama. Drama in a box. Ooh. We love this. That's so good.
Yes.
Great example though, right? It's like people getting triggered or frosty with each other, and then rather than having like a
adult conversation,
it's easier to go into, just
be passive aggressive.
Totally. And then it'll be this like weird undercurrent that nobody will talk about, but we'll feel it. And then it'll be like awkward. Yeah. My little sister, who has always been my favorite person in the world, has made it clear that she no longer wants a relationship with me. I anticipate feeling a big wave of sad and injured and kind of powerless at some point over this holiday season. Ooh.
That's tendy.
That is tender, yeah. Amanda, my kids will be on break from school and my husband and I will work from home. So everyone will sit in their own space. I'll constantly be asking for support and to do things together, leaving me feeling underappreciated and like I've wasted the holiday season. Oh, juicy.
Juice my goose.
These are just juicy malusies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love
Y'all
this.
are knocking this exercise out of the park.
We're knocking it. You were saying. If anyone else wants to type in, we'll just keep reading this as we go. But this is perfect because again, what we're doing here is we're not doing this to like torture you and be like, let's talk about the shit that's going to go down. We want you to understand how powerfully you create. And if we're not, the look on your face, and if we're not consciously, like, as we know, by the age of 35, we're 95% unconscious beings, right? So we're a lot of the choices, the things we do, our habits and behaviors we're not even actively choosing. It just is. It's like we go into a trance, we're hypnotized during the day, and we just go through the motions. And if you think about personalities and people, we can usually predict how that outcome's be. I mean, we could literally do this exercise for the whole entire of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
We could be like, predictably, if you don't change, you could probably map out from January to December. Maybe a little bit of variance, right? A little bit of variance here and there. It's like, okay, well, if there's, maybe if I get a raise, or maybe I'll travel to Hawaii versus Mexico. Like, there's little nuances, but if you think about it, a lot of our life is actually predictably set up based on who we're being, right? And the people we're interacting with and how we react to things. So in the club, we're all about helping you really dissolve old shit, old blockages, and to powerfully create a new identity so that you can see how good it can get in this lifetime. You can see what a powerful creator you are through little micro shifts and micro changes. That's why we love these mini trainings as well. In the club, we obviously go into much deeper work into the reprogramming and all that type of stuff. But this is a really good way for you to just have this little science experiment to see how powerful it can be. I'm seeing a treat yourself, something going on in here.
Oh yeah, Club Unhinged merch. Juicy Malusi's. And treat yourself and buzz bitch, I'm back. Yeah, we've been keeping a running dialogue of all of our Club Unhinged isms, because we're like, we say these things all the time and they have to go into merch in the future. See, this is like when you're in the pocket of creation, like this expansion happens and new possibilities are born. But if we just stayed like in the closed container of like, this is how it always is, well, first of all, Club Unhinged wouldn't even exist. That would not have happened. Christine would have like done her business. I would have done my business, and we would have been like complaining and been like, I don't feel fulfilled. And like, that's just how it would go. But like, we both have a commitment to transformation, change, evolution. And as a result, 2024 was like an epic surprise for both of us, and Club Unhinged got born. And now we get to like co-create this really magical thing with all of you.
It's a gift that keeps on giving as well.
I will get irritated as fuck by my ex-husband's baby bitch energy, and so will my kids, and it will take away from being present in peace and in joy. Becca, hashtag obsessed.
Totally. I will buy the merch 100%. Believe me. I mean, one of our marketing coaches always is like, I feel like you guys should dial down your language a little bit, because we're like maxis and like these, and she's like, I don't know if people are going to understand that. We're like, well, maybe
the right people will.
Yeah, I'll understand these.
That's the point of marketing.
Totally.
Filter the wrong ones out.
Totally. I know. I love this. These are really, really powerful. Never does on turn it up. Totally. I mean, I love that. That's the thing, is that you're all seeing, we can like, it's almost really cool right now, because we're like putting a projector onto the future and saying like, oh, I'm seeing this. So I love it, because when you see it really clearly, you have choice. You're like, oh, if I change nothing and I am who I am, I'm going to have this outcome. Am I okay with that? And it's not wrong if you are okay with it. It's just, if you're here, my assumption is that you want to create a different outcome. You want to see how powerful you are, and you want to see, what's fucking possible and what you're made of. Right. And this is a really fun, simple science experiment that we're going to do with you, and we're going to invite you to do with us. So you've seen what's likely going to happen if you don't change. And I want you to get honest with yourself. Are you okay with that? Yes or no? Like, does that feel good? Do you feel like you're entering 2025 in like a really solid, powerful way? Is that the narrative and the story that you want to have entering the new energy of 2025? And not even just in 2025. Again, if we think about 2024, who we are when we enter 2025, we have this like unicorn story in our head that like 2025 is my year and everything will change. It's like, well, who you are on December 31st at 11:59 p.m. on 2024 is who you are in 2025. It doesn't go like that just because it's a new year, right? So it's like, why not create the most fucking bad bitch, empowered, holy fucking shit, look what I just created. Like, you enter 2025 with that vibe, shit is going to be changing fast. Right? Like, that's why we're doing this, because we're like, no, we have to have people see how fucking great they are.
Yes.
Oh, what did we say, Rebecca? Part of me does feel okay because I let myself believe I need to see it. So it validates my reason for divorce.
Mm.
That's the unconscious.
Honesty. Yeah.
I mean, I love that you just named that and you called that out. Becca, obviously, I mean, of course you did because you're a queen. But it's like when we get really clear about the unconscious payoff, right? And this is, we do a lot of this work, obviously, in the club, is understanding like why there's a part of me who does want to change this. I want a different outcome. There's a part of me who doesn't. Because if I show up in my like righteous sort of state or whatever, and they fuck up or they do their usual thing, I get to see I was right. And it reconfirms, right, that I'm good and they're bad, or that, look at me, look what I did, and I'm like the perfect mom, or whatever. Like we get I know I get this like spicy payoff.
Mhm.
And so this is why when people often say, I want to change, I'll do anything to change. And then when it comes down to changing, they're like, yeah, I can't, right? It's because there's part of it, they're getting something off of that. So we would love for you, so now that you've decided, like, am I okay with this? And again, like you did right there, understanding the unconscious payoff. We want you to set if you are a powerful bad bitch who could create any outcome she wanted, what is the outcome you would like to create? So I want you to get really intentional. We want you to set an intention around, and it doesn't have to be it can be as specific as you want. It can be as neutral as you want, whatever it is, but what intention, like what's the different outcome you want?
Mhm. Yeah, if you could have it all your way, we gave you a magic wand, and this magic wand, you could go bibbity bobbity boop, and it would actually transform the holiday season into like the thing that would feel the most delicious for you. Like that dream that you fantasize about, like when you're kind of alone with yourself and like you kind of go off in Neverland and you're like conjuring up this dream, holiday scope. This is oftentimes when we're in quote unquote fantasy, but fantasy gives us a lot of information about our deeper desires and what we want to create. So when you're playing in that realm, like what is the vision that you have? Like what do you wish could happen? And then write it as if it is your intention to create in that frame.
And once you've done that, we want you to type it in the chat.
Yeah, what is it?
What is it? What do you want to create?
And it could be even as simple as like, how do you want to feel?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't have to be like this complex thing. Like, how do you want to feel throughout the holidays?
Yeah.
I just got shy. You shy?
Love it. Love it.
That is not you, girlfriend.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great point. It could be a feeling. Like you could be like, I want to feel more at ease. I want to feel more peace. I want to feel maybe a little happier, or whatever. It can be really, really
Open.
open, totally receptive. You might even be like, I just want to have one meal where there's like, I want to see that one person and not have a massive fight, right? Or or a small fight, or or nitpicking each other, right? Maybe a sister. And there's a lot of people with sisterhood wounds, or with, sibling wounds, right? Where they're just like, oh, I can't wait to see them, and I'm gonna da 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 da, right? Very much old school. Like, you broke my Barbie head off, and I break yours. I break two of them, right? It's just like, oh. Like
turn into 5-year-olds.
This is what I mean. It's like, it's fascinating to see, but.
What do you really, really, really want? Underneath all the righteousness, underneath all of the fear, underneath all of the evidence that you've collected over the years of this is just how it is.
Yep.
What do you really want? All right, Becca, let's see. I would choose to be so grounded in my energy, yes, and decide my energy is so potent and powerful that everyone else's energy rises to match mine. In peace, and joy, and playfulness, an energy of friendship and love and fun permeates every moment, and I know it's happening because I'm choosing and deciding and decreeing it. And if I see things happen that don't line up with that, I use it as an opportunity to step back into play and power and watch myself shift the energy again like the magic bitch I am. Fuck yes. This is the vibe. This is the vibe. Nailed it. Nailed
Love
it.
it. Mm,
Hashtag magic bitch. Yeah, that's going in the merch.
totally. Totally.
I want to create fun and ease and love. Oh, yes, Kay. I
Mhm.
love that.
Totally. Like my intention is a lot around simplicity. Like I find the holidays can be very complicated, a lot of moving parts and pieces. And so for me, I'm like, how can I feel peaceful, at ease? And if that means buying somebody a card and just a gift card, I'm okay with that. Like usually I'm like, okay, well, I need to do this, I need to overdo it, and I need to have all the things. And I'm like, what if this year it was really simple, didn't need to overcomplicate it, and deciding that that was enough, and me being in a calm, relaxed state is actually the gift.
Mhm.
Right? Co-creating, just having a little, being present, like that's another intention for me, is to actually be in the present moment. I'm talking to somebody, to notice my body, to notice how I'm feeling. Like that's it's very simple this year for me, but that's a big intention.
Mhm. Yeah, for me, it's very much about being present and open and in this free flow of actual true connection. 'Cause it's very easy in my family to kind of get hooked into playing out old dramas. And then I lose connection with myself and I also lose connection with them. And yeah, so I want quality time and make a core family memory. Ooh, yeah, rather than watch everyone live in a recovery state. I love that, Amanda.
Mm.
I want to feel not lonely. Okay. So, Makambe, the opposite of not lonely for you, would that be connection? What would that be? If you're not lonely, what are you?
Humaned, surrounded, in
Okay.
community.
Connected? Yeah. Okay. I love that. Yeah. Just because if we're like saying not lonely, then our psyche is like, okay, well, I'm only hearing lonely. And so like it's still going to create that experience of loneliness. So as long as you get clear on what not lonely actually is, then you're golden. Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to release some of the grip around my ouch with my sister. Yeah. I want to feel warm and loved and held by a group of capable, warm, dependable, chill, vibey humans, friend wise, boy wise, family wise. Okay. We love that.
So good. So
So
good.
good.
You can keep typing them in as you go. So this is brilliant because again, you're really starting to identify what it is we want, right? So even this process right now, even what you've done right now, even if we ended the call right now, there's still transformation because there's information. You're looking at it being like, okay, I'm like, we're zooming up to the penthouse right now from the ground floor, which is our human, and we're looking and being like, okay, I'm gonna look, so let's say 2 weeks ahead, and I can see the outcome if I show up as the same person. And then we're like over to the right, we're like, okay, well, this is what I would actually like, right? And so the next piece is, who do you have to become to have that outcome, right? Who do you have to be? Because here's the thing. When you're looking at these things, I want to feel warm and loved. I want to feel connected. I want to make a core memory. I want, to feel more peaceful or grounded. We can't expect like the universe, the world is a reflection of our internal state as well, right? And when we think about it, we co-create everything. And this is a hard pill to swallow for me because I had a lot of shitstorm in my life. And so I was like, well, if I admit to creating this, that means I have to take responsibility for this. I don't want to take responsibility. I want to blame you. It's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to, like I say this a lot, I'm like, I had to cash in my victim chips for the empowerment chips. It's like I had to go from the penny slots to the high stakes fucking blackjack in the back room with all the bougie drinks, right? Like I had to be willing. It's like, I want to go in there, and they're like, well, you can't be a victim. I'm like, but I want to be a victim. And they're like, well, you can't, you got to stay out here.
Yeah.
Hacking darts at the penny machine. I don't want to be hacking darts at the penny machine, drinking like shitty fucking like no name rum and coke. I want to be margaritas and high roller steaks. So it's this game of like, well, do I co-create everything or not? Right. And we do. So if you think about it, like, I like to use the analogy of a dance floor. Like when you go, you and your, let's say you have, we'll use Makambe with the sister. It's like, if you go to a dance floor, like you're always going to have the same dynamic. You show up and you're like, oh, I'm going to tango. And then the other person's like, yeah, I'm going to tango. Right. Same outcome. Or right, Becca and you and your ex. It's like you come to the dance floor, you're like, I'm going to be me, you're going to be you. We're going to fucking dance, dance, dance. We're going to get that outcome. And then it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. See, I knew they were going to be like that. It's like, well, bitch, you fucking have co-created that because of your energy, right? Like our actions, our behaviors, we don't realize how powerful we are. And so when we come to the table, it's like what we're doing right now is basically we're saying, we want you to come to the dance floor. And this time you're going to cha-cha. And they're going to come and they're going to be like, all right, here you go. Let's tango. And you're like, oh no, I'm not, I'm going to cha-cha today. And they're like,
What?
like it scrambles the mainframe because there's no possible way to get the same results. It's impossible, which is really cool and really powerful, right? If we want a different outcome, we can't wait for other people. Oftentimes, again, our ego's like, well, I'm not going to do it until they do. They're the ones who X, Y, Z, right? So it's like, it's really easy to say, well, I'll change when they change. But then again, we're at the mercy of somebody else outside of us. We never powerfully create. We're always reacting to, right?
It's conditional.
Yeah, it's super conditional. And so it's like, if we want to create that outcome, we have to be willing to put our ego aside and say, I'm doing this for me. It's not for the other person, right? Who do I want to be entering 2025? Okay, right? You all have intentional outcomes you want to create. So if you imagine right now, who would you have to be? What qualities, what behaviors, what mindset, right? What state energetically would you have to be in? What energy would you have to be in to create that new outcome? So I want you to write it down. Get clear. Who would I have to be? Okay, I'd have to X, Y, Z, right? I'd have to take care of myself. I'd have to slow down a little bit. I'd have to be more mindful as I enter. Like I'd have to be, if you know you're going to be seeing somebody very triggering, we have to be present. Because if we're not present and then we're in our unconscious, we're in the subconscious mind. And if we're in the subconscious mind, we're going to go into probably a state of reactivity. We're going to get triggered. I mean, obviously in the club, we do the much deeper work to really neutralize some of these underlying vibrations, but you can still get a really good outcome just with this.
You might have to be someone who commits to dropping the shame, blame, make wrong, and judgment. Someone who is committed to seeing a possibility in someone that you never saw before, or learning something new about someone that you never knew before.
Yeah, it might require curiosity around somebody else's pain as well. Like when, I know it's like that saying of like hurt people, but it's like if somebody is coming to the table, right, with some sort of aggression or whatever it is, it's like they're hurting. Or it might be allowing, like, can I hold tolerance for somebody to be intense or angry or whatever emotional state they're in without needing to take it on and fix it? Can I allow them to be in their own energy and to not feel like I need to interject? Can I hold spaciousness for them? Can I get curious around that person, around why they're doing what they're doing without, again, needing to do anything really or fix it or anything? It's just like if I saw this person, as a little kid, right? Sometimes I like to do that. I'll drop them down. Like if I see somebody as an adult who's really triggering, I'll be like, okay, if I imagine them as like 4 years old, do they feel as threatening? Right? A kid who had to probably put up a lot of their own armor to get through life. And if they're cold or if they're harsh or they're whatever it is, it's like, that's a painful place to be. It doesn't mean that we don't have boundaries, and it doesn't mean it negates in their behavior, but there can be some compassion. I do Latin dance, the speaking to my soul. Yes, I will need to understand when people are frosty, it comes from a place of pain. Unintentional means, oh my God, I wrote this just before you said, oh, I love
Zing, zing.
We're on the same frequency. Yeah, right. It is. It's understanding, like when we soften into things, right? It's like when you're like mad, you're like, they didn't text me back or they didn't call me. How rude. I can't believe it. I spent all that time to do that text. And then later on, they're like, hey, like, I'm really struggling. I had like a mental breakdown today. My kid wouldn't go to you. Like all of a sudden you just, all of it drops. You're like, holy fuck. Like, right. Like we're all human. We all suffer. We all have shame. We all don't know what we're doing a lot of the times. And so it's like, we build up these stories and these walls about people. Right. So it's like giving the compassion we pray for. Right.
Slow down and actually choose to be intentional about appreciation and seeing the best in him. Yes. Deciding I don't need him to act any way to validate my internal soul decision and knowing. Choosing peace and deciding I get to be expressing and standing in the biggest aura of love and knowing it all gets to keep getting better and better. And I get to let it, the allowing, the receiving, deciding I'm here for all of that. Yes. Yes. And like, do we feel like even just like the difference energetically in like from the first thing that got put in the chat versus what you're creating? Like there's a very distinct energetic frequency shift. And it's that frequency shift that actually generates the new outcome. You know, you could literally do nothing different except change your energetic state and walk into these family gatherings or holiday experiences, and it naturally just starts to reorient to this new energy frequency. I love it. I'm so obsessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep them coming. Pop them in. We'd love
Yeah.
to see and celebrate. When I wrote recovery state, it clicked. I need to meet my kids where they are and hold space for them. Amanda, that's so beautiful. I love that.
Totally.
Oh, that feels so warm and fuzzy.
Oh. Totally. I believe something to be true. We don't realize how much, again, it's so when we expect something, think about expectation, right? You're like, I just know they're going to show up like that. I just know my kids are going to, and I deal with this all the time too with my kids. Like, it's just like, I just know they're going to be whatever. And then I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, how interesting. Cause like, I really desire a new result. But if I show up in that expectation, there's an overriding energy where there's no openness for a different outcome. And I don't realize that the not openness, that closure is because I'm not even open to it. So if I'm not even open to even being like, well, what if maybe it does, maybe they do act the same. I can't control that, right? Like there's certain elements out of my control, but what if they were a bit more relaxed because I'm more relaxed, right? What if there's mirror neurons in people, right? Like how we are, people mirror back to us as well. So it's like understanding that if I'm going to be open, I'm going to be more open to the idea that something could be different this year. Like even that, you can feel the sort of openness. It's like the roof comes off. You're like, okay, that'd be kind of cool.
And if you're the only thing that's different, that's a really beautiful thing. Like this is the cool part about this work is that it doesn't actually require the other people to change or to be different because how you're relating to them is different. And it's in that different relating that the infinite world of possibility opens up. Because if you go in open, as Christine said, like the mirroring neurons, the mirroring energy, like there is this ability for people to kind of raise their frequency to kind of meet us there. So we don't want to drop our frequency to like resonate with them. We want to elevate and come in with this expansive energy and give people the opportunity to rise to the occasion and like step into their own openness. So if you lead with openness, you're either going to get, you know, a very different version or experience of them, or you're just going to have a very different experience of the situation that is historically never been possible before.
Yeah. So good.
Allowing myself to feel all the feelings at once and not making those feelings wrong. Yes. And accepting the offers for love and connection that are already around me. Example, actually responding to people's text messages. Yep. Girl, I get it. As someone who gets my avoidance gets flared sometimes when I'm hyper stressed, I will go into like hiding or just non-responsiveness and then build this story of like, see, no one loves me. But meanwhile, there's like a graveyard of texts that I haven't responded to. Also allowing myself to be honest with myself about who feels good to be around, yes, and who doesn't, and allow myself to be a little more vulnerable in those new connections, 2% at a time. Yeah, girlfriend. So good. So good.
Good. This is the thing, like we're we're weaving in honesty into this. And when there's honesty there, there's softening, right? You can feel it. It's like, even since we started the call to now, think of what armor is already dissolved. It's like, we've already gone from, we entered the call saying, this is how the holiday, first of all, we weren't even in a mind. We were just like, my life's going to happen. And January 1st will hit. And that's that. Now we're like, hold on, let's watch the movie of what's going to go down, the showcase showdown, if we don't do anything different. And then we're like, well, hold on. Well, what if there was an alternate movie in the next theater over that had a better outcome? Okay, well, I kind of like the idea of that. Okay, well, shit, if I want to have that, I'm gonna have to get my ass out of the seat in the OG version, in the OG movie theater. I'm gonna have to get my ass over there. Maybe I drop the popcorn at the door. Maybe I drop the stuff, the baggage at the door, and I walk in. Right. And then again, our energy shifted, and Kelsey and I talk about this a lot, but it's like, it's not about what we say, right? It's the who we are when we say it. What does our energy feel like? Because again, people aren't responding to what we're saying. It's our actions, it's our leadership. It's like, who am I? Am I somebody who's reactive to other people's and feels like I'm a victim to life? Or am I a powerful leader and creator? Because we can't have both. We want both, but we also want to blame. And it's just like, if I'm the leader of my family, or if I'm the leader of this relationship, or I'm the leader of, like, just because I can be self-righteous and I have every reason, because my family has done all these things to make me annoyed and pissed and all these things. Like, we have every reason to, or we can say, I have every reason to, and I'm still choosing differently. Maybe I came here to be the change maker of my family. Maybe I'm the one to show people, again, it's not this huge overwhelming thing we have to do, but it's like, if we can start leading that, we can have a different outcome. Or Kelsey, like Kelsey said, we relate to it differently. We relate to the situation or the people differently. Somebody can only fight with you if you're available to fight with, right? Think of the energy of that. Somebody's like, hey, da-da-da, and you're like, yeah, cool. And they're like, wait, what?
Wait, what?
And then, hey, da-da-da, different angle. And we're like, yeah, I've decided I'm not going to argue with you. Hey, it's like, eventually it dies off because there's just no energetic match anymore.
Yeah.
Right. That's it. So, charge is gone.
More is always caught than taught. That is correct. 100%. 100%. So yeah, like, if we go in with the intention of like, let's let them catch this contagion of my joy or my openness or possibility or relaxation or just even being regulated. And so we want to give you a couple boundaries to support you in being resourced so that you can create this vision. So they're very basic. And you don't have to do a laundry list of things, but it's really important that you keep a pulse on your boundaries around sleep. So like, how much sleep do you actually need to be well resourced? You got to honor that. Then when it comes to nourishment, what are the foods that you actually need to fuel yourself with so that you are well resourced? Red wine. It's Jesus's birthday, everybody. And then the final thing is your needs around movement. So usually around the holidays, these three things can go out the window very fast, especially if we are out of our normal routine or out of our normal environment. It can be quite difficult to maintain those. And these are the three foundations that allow you to be really well resourced and connect to that field of possibility. It'll also give you more patience, more access to being understanding, or if you need to really set a boundary or like tell someone to stop or like get a little more fierce in your boundaries, you've got to have the energy to do that. And if we have not slept well, if we aren't, well fueled and we're not moving our body and getting any of that excess energy out, because we're not under some delusion that, walking into those environments isn't going to impact your system. Like, you probably will still feel it, but if you have an access to like moving that energy, even if it's just going into the bathroom and literally like shaking off that energy and like doing a little wiggle and shake and like let yourself move and get that energy out. And then you leave the bathroom and you're like, oh yeah, there I am. I can show up different, Uncle Tom just triggered me over here, and I went to the bathroom, I went to the bedroom, just did a little shakeout, like get it out, make some noise, make some snarls and some growls. And then you come back and your energy, your state has shifted. And so he can no longer kind of get in there and like inject more of that destabilizing energy. So if you can create boundaries around these core foundational needs to be resourced, and sometimes that will mean saying no to a certain item at the dinner table or the breakfast table, or like being the weirdo who brings your own like chia seeds to Christmas morning breakfast. Like that's me. Like I bring the things that I need. I literally brought a bag of chia seeds and I brought my electrolytes because I know if I get those two things in, my digestion is going to be happy and I'm going to be hydrated, and I can kind of manage everything else if I have those things. And so give yourself permission to like really have the things that you need in terms of sleep. How much sleep do you need? So you might want to take some time after we wrap today and just get really honest. Like I actually need 8 to 10 hours. Like that's my personal answer. I need 8 to 10 hours. If I get anything less than that, it's not going to be fun for me or anybody else. So like that's the boundary. So that means I have to put myself to bed at a time where I can actually get those 8 hours. And then in terms of food, like I know that I can get by without eating. Is it recommended for my system? Absolutely not. Because I become a snap show if I am not well fed. So I actually need 3 like legitimate meals throughout the day. And I need a lot of vegetables, and I need a lot of fruit and a lot of protein. Like that's actually what feels best for my body. And a lot of potatoes. I love potatoes. I need potatoes in my life. And so if I let myself like really have those 3 meals, and that requires a little bit of planning on my end, that requires a little bit of responsibility. I'm obviously not at home. I'm at my dad's, and then I go to my mom's. And so I'm not in my usual environment with my usual grocery stores, but like I made a request for my dad to take me to this one grocery store where I know I can get my grass-fed milk and my grass-fed yogurt and like my organic veggies and like be set for the week. So sometimes it will require making bold requests or being the weirdo that brings, some items in your carry-on and, have what you need. And then obviously allowing for the movement that you need, whether that's exercise or just like getting your body moving, maybe some stretching, maybe some rolling around, maybe some mobility work, like whatever it is to get you in your body is so necessary. And like these things don't need a lot of time to be supported into, well, maybe the sleep does, but the movement and the food, like these things won't require a lot of additional energy because you're doing them the rest of the year anyway. But it's just bringing it into the holiday season so that you can be well resourced, and then you can stay tapped into that vision that you cultivated and created for yourself today.
The other piece, just really quick, is that that was perfect as well, because like Kelsey said, you need the boundaries with yourself and others in place so that you can create that, right? And just a couple little tools to help resource you physically and regulate your nervous system, because here's the thing. When we have right now, we have this like mental note, we're changing our mindset, which is super, super powerful. But there is 80% more information going from your body to your brain than your brain to your body. So this is why mindset work is great. But in the club, we really go into nervous system work as well, because even if we mentally go in with like, fuck yeah, I'm all in, they're gonna be so proud of me, your body has a different experience. So if you go in and all of a sudden we're not prepared for it, we go in, and even if we're not consciously thinking about it, our body will likely start getting dysregulated. And then our thoughts are a reflection of our nervous system state. This is why I always joke, I'm like, our thoughts are the real fake news, because they're only a reflection of our nervous system state.
That's another piece of merch. Your thoughts are the fake news.
Real fake news. It's so true though, right? It's like, it is. So what we'll say is that going into really preparing yourself and setting yourself up for success. So if you know you're going to a very triggering situation, or you're like, okay, I'm going in, I'm prepared for this. I'm choosing to have a different outcome. I know this person traditionally triggers me a lot. How can I take care of myself? So even doing like a little, like, I find for me, one of the fastest things to get in connection with myself and create intimacy is just putting my hand like on my chest and a hand on my belly, or just like, like this can take 30 seconds. If you're in the car before you get, or you see somebody, or you're about to see somebody, go to the bathroom, put yourself in there and be like, hand on chest, hand on my stomach, being like, okay, how am I feeling right now? Okay, I'm stressed. I feel overwhelmed. I feel scared. I feel, like just activation. Okay, cool. That makes a lot of sense. Like really, it's really, really important to be your own advocate and best friend and be like, everything that I'm experiencing makes perfect sense. Because instantly there's no resistance to it anymore. We're not like, I shouldn't be feeling this way. Why am I feeling this way? Kelsey Christine told me that I need to be calm and da, 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 why am I not calm? Right? It's just more of like, this makes sense. I'm feeling activated. There's a lot of people here I'm nervous to see. That makes sense. Okay, cool. Instantly you can feel that, just like, okay, my heart's racing. Okay, cool. That's okay. Like breathe, just being like, and remind, basically, I'll just say to myself, like, Christine, you're safe. Even if things don't go the way, like, there's nothing wrong here. Like, again, we're playing this again. This is like, we're playing here. This is not serious that we're playing here. This is just a fun little thing to try out. Like, it's just kind of like, again, saying some things for yourself. If you were a kid and you were having a freak out, it's like, what would you say to them, right? Like, hey, I'm with you. I've got you. You're going to be okay. You're safe. Right. So doing that, even that little practice alone, just putting your actual hands on your body physically. For me, I try to go under even the clothes if I can, just to feel skin on skin. We're showing our body, not telling it, because we're sitting there being like, okay, I'm calm down. I can do this. Affirmations. I am calm. Your body has zero, your body doesn't hear
Like,
language.
fuck you, bitch. No, you're not.
No, you're not. And then there's more polarity, there's more duality in your system versus like hands-on body. You're showing your body, not telling it that you're safe. I've got me. I'm okay. Right. So that's one little tool I find incredibly helpful. And this can be throughout the day. This can be at any point, and it takes just a couple seconds. It's super quick. Just notice, maybe you have a headache, maybe your neck is tight, maybe it's just like, put your hand there and be like, if this part of my body could speak, what would it say? Okay, I'm freaking out. Okay, why? Because Uncle Jerry's an asshole. Got it. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, you know what? We're good. We're going to take a little break from them. We're going to go walk over there and talk to fucking whatever, Betty Joe. And we're going to take a little break from that. So again, basically what we're doing is we're creating intimacy with yourself. You're not leaving yourself, because your nervous system is your inner child, right? So it's like when our inner child's freaking out, being like, that person's dangerous. That person's a threat. We're like, hey, I've got you. I'm holding your hand. I'm an adult. I can have that conversation. If I need a break, we're going to take a break. So you're sort of you're not leaving yourself. You're with you the whole time. I find, again, just little breath work. So if you're in the bathroom, a great little, every time you go to the bathroom, be like, okay, my one thing is I'm going to every time I go pee or I go to the washroom, I'm going to do 30 seconds of breath. So I'm going to inhale for 4 counts. I'm going to hold it for 7. I'm going to exhale for 8. That instantly activates the parasympathetic nervous system, starts to slow things down. When we're in a more relaxed state, we're more open for connection. When we're in fight or flight, or in that activated state, everything shuts down. We go into the amygdala, we're in survival, everyone's a threat, right? So it's understanding that if we want to have this outcome, we just also need to show our body we're okay. So breath work is a really cool thing. Another little thing to regulate is, again, I interviewed this business owner, and she shared this with me, Vanessa. She was saying that she had like very young kids, lots of business, lots of stress. And she's like, every time I went to the bathroom, I made myself a commitment. She's like, I put my arms out to the side. So like cactus the arms. And she's like, eyes are straight ahead. And then without moving your head, she's like, you just take your eyes and you trace them like over to your right hand, almost until you get it like, not a little dizzy, but it feels a little funny. She's like, you'll almost kind of feel something like click a little bit, which you do. And then you slowly bring your eyes back to center. And then again, without moving your head, then you go to the left, and you kind of feel this little, it's almost like a gear going, like in a manual car. It's like the gear clicking down. You go all the way to the left and you come back to center, and you can kind of just feel everything go like, again, it just activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It takes 20, 30 seconds. So the reason we're giving you these really quick little tools is just because we don't want to be like, oh my God, I'm freaking out and I need to go journal and I need to go do affirmations, chant in the closet. That's going to take me an hour. I need to go cold plunge and then do these things. It's like, we want things that are super, super quick, give you really quick results. and they just bring you back into the present moment. Keep bringing yourself back to the present moment. So you can choose one, you can try all of them, see what works for you. But we want to see how this goes for you. We want this to be a science experiment. We want you're clear now on what will likely happen if nothing changes. And again, there's nothing wrong or bad. You could be like, I'm actually just going to go ahead and have that exact same outcome. But it's interesting because even if you weren't and you went through the exact same motions, I'm telling you, there's actually no way you can actually have the exact same outcome because you know now what you know. Like, it's one of those things once you see it, you can't unsee it. So you're like there and you're like, fuck, stupid bitches are in my head. And now I need to be a little more give the compassion you pray for. So it's like, you can't even get the same result. It's impossible now. So so the transformation's already happened just through just seeing it, right? So it's like, we saw it, we chose it, we want a different outcome. We acknowledged like, we want a different outcome. This is why we want to experience this. We now know who we need to be or what things, we might need to shift in terms of our energy, which we already did today as well. And then we have little micro boundaries of what's going to set me up for success to actually make this happen. Just good sleep and good eating and just, a little more taking care of myself.
Movement.
Yeah, exactly. A little more movement. And then little nervous system exercises to tap into as you actually prepare for the Thunderdome, if you will, right? It's like heading into training. So again, checking in, regulating yourself before we go in. And if you do those things, I guarantee you, I can't wait because I know that after, the holidays, Kelsey and I would love to do a little check-in around what happened for you, right? Like what came through. You can let us know. We would love to hear from you. Like, did you create a different outcome? Kelsey and I do this a lot in our one-to-one work. I had a client who was really struggling with his ex and, was just like, I know exactly what's going to happen. This is how it's going to go. And I was like, cool. Do you want to be a powerful creator? He's like, well, yeah, fuck yeah, I do. And I'm like, okay, cool. Messaged me later, was like, you wouldn't fucking believe it. Her family didn't do this. This is what happened. This is how I handled it. My intention was just for my son to have a great birthday, like XYZ. And it blew his fucking mind because he's like, oh my God. I didn't realize how, like, you know what I mean? Like just how much when we prepare ourselves for that, we have a different outcome. It changes the game. You can repeat this over and over and over again, no matter what the scenario, whether it's a work-related scenario, whether it's a business meeting, whether it's family, whether it's Valentine, like it doesn't matter what the scenario is. This is sort of the roadmap and blueprint to have really quick change and those like quick wins, quick hits, so that you get like addicted to being like, holy fuck, I am a bad bitch and I can actually create powerfully. This is fun. What's possible in 2025 now?
I love this. Okay, so we're a little over time, so I think we should wrap it. Yep. And maybe just pop in the chat, like, what are you leaving here with today? And then we will wrap up for today. I love exploring my toolbox and remembering stuff that got lost at the bottom. I love that, Amanda. I'm so happy you were here. It's so nice to see you. Christine, just for context, Amanda and I went to high school together.
I was like wondering, I'm like, Amanda, are you in the club? Because I feel like I was like,
no, but she's a vibe. She is a energetic match to the club.
That's what I mean. I was like, every time I was looking at you, I'm like, you're in the club, right? And then maybe this is like, I'm foreshadowing for our next opening, but I was just like, I feel like you're in the club. And you need to be immediately because the vibe's there. Okay. Love feeling capable. Yes.
Capable. Yes.
Yes. So good. Again, it's can't unsee this stuff. That's the crazy shit. And we play with it and we make it fun and we make it funny. Again, the way Kelsey and I teach is in a way that's fun and storytelling and through kind of like joking and keeping things really neutral, because when we're in that state, if we teach in that state, your nervous system isn't clocking us as a threat, because we're not like, all right, this is what you have to do. And if you don't do it, then you're wrong. And a lot of people,
you're bad.
You're bad. And there's a lot of that in it. It's like, there's this one way to do it and it can feel really heavy. So oftentimes the transformation can actually come just even on the call. Lots of love for you all. I missed some sessions because of work and it's been great to be here and remembering the unhinged vibe. Yeah, we love having you in the club, kids. Yes, so good. Totally. Yeah. So freaking good. We adore all of you. And again, just showing up, like, this is really cool because your energy is already in, you're already, you're here, you're willing to make changes. And again, we don't realize how much our energy impacts people. Like, it really does. We think about like, well, it's just me rolling through the world. It's like, well, no, if we choose that one thing to get curious around the holiday season and having a different outcome, think of how that can change the trajectory of the people, every single person you're coming into contact with. Right? If you were a woman who decided that I'm gonna cross the finish line of 2024 so powerfully, and I'm gonna start the change now, think of the energy that you're heading into 2025 with, right? A lot of people are like, I'm writing off the holidays. I'll start the gym in January. I'll da 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 da. And it's like, well, what if you became the person who actually just went for a couple workouts in 2024 and swapped one thing for one thing? It's not about going all or nothing. That's our mentality. But it's like, I'm just gonna start having little pockets of power in 2024. Because then I mean, whoo, 2025, fucking vibe. Ooh, that's
So good.
2025 is a
Five.
fucking
It's a,
vibe.
oh,
That's
I feel like that's our next mini training. It's gotta
Oh,
be. Yeah, the
okay.
January one.
2025 is a
Mhm.
motherfucking vibe.
Yes. Pockets of Power is another good one. Ooh, love that, Kay. Love it, love it, love it. Also, so happy that you were able to join us today. It's so nice to see you.
We want to hear from you. So as you're going
Mhm.
along your holidays, please message us. It could be on Instagram, Club Unhinged Instagram. It could be, but Club Unhinged is probably the best one to tap into, I would imagine,
Mhm.
Kelsey. I mean, ours individually,
Yeah.
but we'd love to
Yeah.
hear. We'd love to know.
So good. All right, everyone. Thank you for being here today, for sticking around a little extra time. And we will see you in the new year, if not sooner. Have a beautiful holiday season. We love you so much. And 2025, bitches. It's
The
on.
motherfucking vibe. Our Tequila Talks debut is coming out Christmas Day. So if you're
Oh,
born
yeah.
Day, oh my God, the stories that we shared, the questions, they were like our most unhinged tequila nights. I was talking about Cancun and basically getting
Oh,
semi-arrested with a goat and like Coco Bongo, and it was
yeah.
fucking,
Sex stories from the vaults. It
I mean, it was
was,
just, there's so many good things. So if you haven't listened, listen on Christmas Day. And if you're in the club, you guys already have the daily coaching club, but Kelsey and I are doing, if you're not in the club or daily coaching club, we're doing a little fun bundle for Christmas. So
yeah. So
daily
that'll be in the replay. So you'll
Mhm.
see that when I send that out later today. And
Tequila Talk, we'll do it in Jan. We'll do it in
yeah.
Jan. It's gonna be a marriage. There's gonna be a whole lot of unhinged, and we talked about doing a coaching session. So we're gonna give you like our our
hinged take and our
hinged take,
unhinged take.
yeah. So here's the like what we would say in the club, and here's the more grounded anchored answer, and here's
Yeah.
the like we had a we like it's just we have our like unhinged answer and our hinge. So we have our like off the rails, like, well, we tell them to get fucked, or we tell them to dump them, and like, but then the other one is like, well, maybe you actually want to talk about it. We're gonna be giving some unhinged coaching in that.
So good. All right, everyone. Happy Merry Holidays. We love you all. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you all very soon. Bye. All in all, we want to say thank you for being here. We love and appreciate you so much. And if you liked today, give us a 5-star rating, and we'll see you next week.
And share it. If you know somebody who needs this in their life, share this shit. Abundance goes round and round. We love you.
We love you. Bye.